Have you ever wondered, how do we get sick? What goes on in our body when pathogens try and enter? Our body is a wonderful machine that throws numerous lines of defenses and offenses at pathogens to make sure that we stay safe. The first is simply our physical barriers, which includes our skin that has an outside physical layer of tightly packed cells, the epidermis layer, to keep pathogens from entering. We have mucous membranes in our nose, mouth, lungs, and intestines that forms a sticky physical layer to trap microbes. Cilia, or tiny hair-like structures on our airway cells, work as a way to push mucus and germs out of the lungs so they can be coughed out. We have very strong stomach acid, which creates this hostile environment and kills most injected pathogens. Now, if a pathogen has managed to enter our body throws its first defensive move, or phagocyte, at the pathogen, which follows chemical trails to the infection site and then triggers phagocytosis, where the phagocyte binds to the pathogen and engulfs it to break it into many pieces and digest the pathogen. But pathogens can involve ways to evade phagocytosis by either using camouflage techniques or sending a message to the phagocyte saying they are totally normal. The body then sends its natural killer cells, which are looking for a self-indicator or an MHC1 complex that all healthy cells have. If the natural killer cell doesn't find this on a molecule, it creates pores in the target cell membrane, which then allows for grain enzymes or molecular executioners to go and kill the cell. If innate or non-specific responses don't work, the body then triggers the adaptive immune system, which consists of T cells, B cells, and antibodies to come to the rescue. T cells are a form of white blood cells, or lymphocytes, that have a specific receptor that binds to antigen-presenting cells. Once binded, the T cell can go in and kill the antigen-presenting cells. However, they aren't able to directly bind to pathogen to determine which cells are diseased and which cells aren't, so they call for help from their friends B cells. B cells have specific B cell receptors which fit to specific antigens, like a lock to a key. And once binded, the B cells can start rapidly dividing to create plasma cells and memory B cells. Plasma cells go on to create antibodies, which then circulate through the blood and tag pathogens for destruction, blocking them from infecting more cells. Memory B cells are cells that remember the pathogen, allowing for a quicker response if the body sees this antigen attack again. The increase in the specific antibody production and T cells going through and killing disease cells is what causes symptoms like a fever or aches or inflammation in your body that you might feel once you get sick. So in summary, the innate immune system, which is the non-specific immune system, works with the adaptive or specific immune system to ward off invaders and keep us healthy.